Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Coach G. Happy Saturday morning. It's April. Y'all, we made it. We made it to April. It is Saturday, April 5th. I'm Coach G. I'm excited to be with you here in the Miserable Teacher Forum. It is an exciting month because I have so much energy. If you are new to our community, you are new to visiting us on social media, I'm Coach G. I am the teacher empowerment leader of the Miserable Teacher Forum. And we are recording live in our community every month, 3 Saturdays a month. This month will be a little different. I'll be traveling at the end of the month cross country, and I don't want to have all this equipment and stuff coming with me. So it'll be this week, next week, and the week after. Saturday at 9 a.m. In the Miserable Teacher Forum, we are a community of mid to late career teachers who are on a mission to cling to our faith in order to live the life we deserve and desire. God has already promised us in His Word what He wants for us. So it is up to us to remain focused on what that is and to move towards letting that be a part of our life's plan. We also want to encourage each and every one of you and each other to seek God in the will for our lives. In the world that we live in today, where there's so much distraction, disruption, disenfranchisement, and misinformation, it will make you feel weary, worn, and sad. We are not in a place to feel weary, worn, and sad. We are in a place to feel as though we have our faith that we will cling to, and we will seek God in His Word through prayer, through reading, through meditation, through fellowship with believers, and finding the way in which we will and can move forward. So we're on a mission. As Coach G, I do work with teachers individually, and I'm always, do I say that? I need to say that. If you want to work with me one on one, I'm here. The intent is for me to help you make decisions about, your professional career. I spent 23 years in K 12. Are you staying in K 12? Do you want to go into some other area of education? Are you feeling like education is not your place? I am the person you could kind of talk with and talk to. While I don't have HR experience, I have loads of experience in K 12 and higher education. And so I am your girl. So feel free to reach out to me, coachglive@gmail.com, and we could chat. Okay? So let's get into what we're here to talk about today. You know, I told you that I was so drawn in recent months to the lyrics of the song Jesus, the Light of the World. um, you know, what is the part? Shine all around us by day and by night. No. Shine all around us by day and by night. Jesus, the light of the world. And the idea of being around us day and night, it just was bringing me comfort. It was bringing me comfort in um, in moments that even when I just long to, read the newspaper or watch social media, there was so much darkness, so much fear, so much hate, so much resistance, so much dismantling that it made it feel okay to go to God, that simple song, to remind me that Jesus is the light of the world. So we are here in April to talk about light. And of course, we are going to be talking about um, Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3. Because we all know, and if you don't know, the Bible starts with the book Genesis. And the Bible begins very simply with in the beginning. And then it goes on to say, in the beginning, um, what was there, right? Let me, I don't want to misquote. All right, hold up. Genesis chapter 1 starts in the beginning. God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And we're going to focus on verse 3. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Verse 4 says, God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. So, we might have to add 4 because in our experience as educators, there are times where we feel, whether it's period by period or school year by school year, we might feel like we are in constant interface with light and darkness. And we know darkness is again, when God created the heavens and the earth, it was dark, so nothing could be seen. But when light was formed, keep in mind, what is light? Well, light is energy. I'm not a scientist, but in what I reviewed, light is an energy that can be seen. Light is conveyed in waves. And light's main source is the sun. Now, y'all know we only got 30 minutes, so I got to just remind you that the sun is 93 million miles away from the earth. But yet we know on any given day, we can see the sun. Even if the sun is on a cloudy day, you might see the shape of the sun. You also might see that the sun is shining brightly in the sky and it and providing heat to us, to our plants, to everything, right? Often in summer we think about that. Depends, of course, where you live in. The other thing that is so powerful in my review, the temperature of the sun is 10 million degrees Fahrenheit. Wrong, 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, some of us, we can't even handle a 70, 80, 90-degree day. We're talking the sun's temperature. I researched, what is the temperature of the sun? It is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So we're talking about a God that said in the beginning, there was nothing else. In the beginning, created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, it was formless, created the heavens and the earth, right? And then he said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Okay, just in case you need to see it, let me just kind of have it be part of what we're talking about today. Uh, get on in there. How come it's not going up? And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Genesis chapter 1. That's where it said it. Okay, we're talking about God using his mouth and saying, "Let there be light." Why is that important for us? Are you experiencing being in spaces and places, in conversations, being supervised in in ways that feel dark? Are you um, feeling a little dark yourself? You're not really sure. You're feeling unsettled. I wanted us to spend time today reminding ourselves that we're the children of God. And so we have in us what He has. And so we have the power to use our mouths when things look dark, when we feel weary, when we have unreadiness, right? It might not even be that you're feeling dark, but you just might be unsure. You might be wondering. You might be unsettled. Use your words. Early in me thinking about why am I Coach D Live? I'm Coach D Live because I love people, but not more than myself. Okay? I am interested in creating impact and influence in ways that God would be pleased. And I'm going to use my voice to clarify and state who I am and what I stand for. And then that last is I'm going to expect God to do what He does. That's why I'm Coach G. Maybe you have to come up with your mantra, the thing that speaks for who you are and how you want to show up in the world. Maybe you have to think about that quote you want to put on your computer so that when you open that laptop every day at work, those words are giving you life and it's giving you light. Because God said in Genesis verse 1 and 3, let there be light. And there was light. It was no delay, y'all. It wasn't like, oh, let there be light. I wonder when light's coming. Let there be light and light. And there was light. Verse 4 says, God saw the light was good, and He separated the light from the darkness. Now, why I said woo when I heard of that earlier, because in verse 4, God saw the light was good. So sometimes we are in situations where we know what's good, where we know what's right, where we know what feels, y'all know what I mean. You could eat something and you know if it tastes all right, but when you eat something that's good, no, there is like, woo, that was good, right? Like this tea I'm drinking this morning, I kind of prepared it. You know how you trying to put all the right stuff. I got my lemon, I didn't put my honey this morning, but it tastes good. In verse 4, God saw the light was good and He separated the light from the darkness. Are you separating the light from the darkness? As the light, when you come in the room, are you shifting the atmosphere? Whether it be your class, the team meeting, the one-on-one you might have with your administrator, the grade level planning that you might be doing, the staff development that you have to facilitate with another colleague, the small group instruction that you have to facilitate. We all have stories. Are we separating the light from the darkness? This today, think about those moments of light that you have been. Don't sit here and say, oh, I could do better. I need to be better. No. Stop with the time that you walked in the darkness and you could feel that you were needed to help change the atmosphere. Maybe you didn't even come in the meeting expecting that to be the journey that you would have on that day. But once you got there, you realized, I have to change some things. Think about it. Don't assume your efforts were not purposeful. Don't assume your intentions are not impactful. There's a member of our community that I started a 30-day prayer. Might have taken that person 3 months to get up the courage or to get those thoughts out of her mind that probably is like, why are you doing that? What makes you think you're the one? Well, God said you're the one. And we all know that thing God has put in us and told us to do, or we saw a place, a void that needed to be filled. We know it was for us to fill, but we let doubt, we self sabotaged it. We know we were supposed to be the one to work on that youth ministry, on that council. We know we were supposed to be the one to be the greeter at the church because your temperament is perfect for that. But you didn't want to get up early. Or you are called to move forward in this journey in education and you're not feeling it. Well, I want you to do like that sister, she on here, who's doing that 30-day prayer. And I want you to say, I'm going to set this habit. I'm going to do it. When you say you're going to do a 30-day prayer, that means you got to do it, right? That's sometimes what we have to do to move forward, to move out of our own darkness, the darkness that we create for ourselves. I told y'all, miserable teacher, I've known better since 2017. But I was in my own head. I'm telling myself, no, whatever your is, would God be pleased to know you're not doing it? Would God be pleased to know that you're afraid? I'm going to tell you the other side of it that I heard from a business coach I had. He said, think of the people who you're not serving. Think of the people that the impact you could have been making on others in the world, but you weren't because you were so caught up in yourself. That made me cry. Because when you get focused on what you want to do, that's when we forget what God's calling us to do. So remembering that God said, and God said, let there be light. We are his light. The things that he's called us to do are the light of the world. I watched a story on the news early this morning. Two teachers on a field trip with students by the water outside of DC. And the male teacher sees a little boy jump in the pond. And his father jumped behind the child, going to save him. And as he's attempting to save, the teacher's seeing that he's flailing in the water. He didn't say, oh, I don't want to leave the kids unattended. Oh, I don't have a clipboard to make note. He took his stuff off and jumped in the water. That teacher then is attempting to save the man and the son, and the other teacher sees that the man is kind of like resisting, so she jumps in the water. They save the man and the child. That's being the light. And guess what? the story amplifies what I said. If the teacher didn't jump in the water because of the school rules of a field trip, that family might have lost the father and son. On the brighter note, because he jumped in the water, he also, and the other teacher also showed an example to the children of what it means to be light in the world. Are we going to set aside and watch others flail? Are we going to set aside and be so caught up in our feelings when that parent who you know full well has these bad kids, and I said they bad, y'all know bad kids that they got to live with all summer long, and you only got to deal with them 82 minutes, 3 times a week? Are we going to get caught up in the smoke that parent is giving you when you know full well you have a choice of being the light? When that student comes in your class every day and doesn't speak, are you going to now stop speaking because you decide, I'm tired of these kids? Or are you going to be the light? Are you going to say in your class on Monday, you're going to walk in your office, in the lobby of your school that you're the principal, on the bus that you have to be the monitor? Let there be light. And then you let the rays of your spirit, you let the words of God use you to emit light. I have story after story of times when it felt, I don't think I'm going to make it. I remember that class, man. I probably was a 7-year teacher at that point. They just would not settle down. And I was like, what I'm going to do with these jokers? And I remember watching the movie Coach Carter. And Coach Carter had this saying, and I decided I'm going to have a saying. And the saying was going to be, successful students will do the things that unsuccessful students won't do. That was my saying. And I told them every day, we're going to stand up, we're going to say this. They be at their chair, oh, this is stupid. This don't make no sense. They would do this for weeks. And I'd be like, I'm trying to center them. I'm trying to center us. And after a while, first it was 20 some of them weren't saying it. And then it was 16 of them weren't saying it. And then it was 10 of them not saying it. And then one day it was just 3. They realized the quicker we just say it, just say it, Jamal. The quicker y'all say it, we move it on. And then one day I was feeling weary and tired, and a boy came to my desk. And he had his notebook like this. And he said, Miss Green-Hodnett, and on his notebook it said, successful students will do the little things that unsuccessful students won't do. I'm crying a lot today, but I hope y'all get the point. Don't forget your light. The light God's given us to do this very, very, very important work. Even for me, the work I'm doing is after they leave K-12, they're coming to me. And what am I doing? I have to shine my light. So I want us to remember as we come near to the close that the source of light has three sources. It's the sun, it's fire, and it's electricity. And I bring up that because we know electricity came thousands of years later. Electricity, while it was still a source of light, it was not in the beginning, right? It wasn't on that same day when he said there was light. That first one was just the sun. And then at some point, there was fire. And then way later, there was electricity. Remember, electricity, electricity. Why am I saying that? Because it's not going to all happen at the same time. You're going to have, when you say, I want this, I want to shine my light, and it's going to be immediate. I hope you feel that in your 30 days of prayer, right? I hope you feel that in your circle time, in your classes that you're creating, where students are using restorative justice processes and strategies to kind of just talk through what they're dealing with. I hope you're feeling that in that AM prayer that you and your coworkers are doing before the school day. I hope you're feeling that in your morning meditation, right? Those are sources of light. But then there may be something like me with miserable teacher. I knew in 17. That's what I was supposed to. But it took till 2020, equivalent to electricity. It took a while. But no matter how long it takes, stay in it. It will be there. Put your heart, your mind, your soul to trust what God has for you. I want us to end with a scripture. It's one that we all know. Where'd it go? We all know. And hold on. Here we go. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That's Jeremiah 29:11. As you use your voice and say, let there be light. Let me be light. Sometimes you have to say to a student, y'all said that to that student, you say, you know what, Mike, you are such a powerful force on that basketball team. I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised that you'll make it to your college team. That won't surprise me. What I want to see is that you'll be able to show all that you have in you, Mike. You'll be able to show that you not only a dude with game, but you also can think about how you're talking to people, because you got to be ready for when they're doing those interviews with you. So that's what I want for you, Mike. Right, Mike? We know you're good at basketball, but what I'm here to help you too. What I want for you, Mike, is for you to hone in your skills and how you're talking to people. Because that's why we're in the hallway right now, Mike. You talking too much and you talking back. Is that right, Mike? right, Mike. It's not right. So that's why are we gonna make a commitment? I'm here to help guide you through this, but you're gonna make some changes, right? Because I know you're good when it's one-on-one, Mike. We don't have no problems. But it's when you get in that class and you want to show your butt, Mike's laughing a little bit. Yeah, Mike, that's what it looks like to me. You're trying to show your butt. Let's stop. Let's get back. Let's let the Mike I know show to the world. And then Mike's gonna make it to his Division 2 basketball team, Division 3, Division 1, and he's gonna say, I want to thank Miss Johnson. I want to thank Miss Jones. I want to thank Miss Green because she believed in me. She told me, she chatted with me. Well, we got to say that to our coworkers. You know, I have those same kids in my class, but they don't misbehave. But maybe you should think about not yelling all the time. You don't tell them that, but think if you're the one yelling all the time, maybe you got to do the reflection. Maybe you got some thinking to do. Maybe you got to say, God, I want the light. I want that light. I want the light to live in me. Let's take time now to pause and pray and ask God to give us the light. God, we thank you. We thank you for today. We thank you that in Genesis 1 and 3, you said, let there be light. And there was light. And so we're coming to you right now. We want that same response, God. We want that same swiftness and quickness. Let there be light in the world. Let there be light in our homes. Let there be light in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits, God. We are seeking your light, the power of your light, the power of your word to meditate on us. We come asking that where I'm feeling weak and weary and worn, that you will show us signs of light, that you will help us get closer to light, and that you will help us to be examples of your word. God, it feels rough, it feels tough, it feels hard, and it's looking like darkness. But you said in verse 4 that you brought about that light, and it was good. And that's when you separated light from darkness. May you use us to separate light from darkness. At times, we are facing dark places, dark spaces, dark people, dark words, even in our minds, God. Words that might tell us what we can't do, we'll never do, we never did. May we bring out the words that are full of light that will say we can do, we will do, we must do, we get to do. God, thank you, because the little light of mine that I hope I am shining, may you help us all find the little light that we could use to impact the world, our state, our country, our county, our town, our block, our home, our families. Use us, God, in whatever ways you see fit. We're coming open to using you, to using what you've given us, to using the power. 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit? I'll just take 49 degrees Fahrenheit, and I want it all to be for you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the many ways you will use us, keep us, and guide us. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. so happy you could be with me today. Hope to see you next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about I am the light. Yes. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you. Be well, be blessed, have a great one, and remember, use your words, and you can create the light you want to see.